In the 1870s, trouble and violence blazed the cattle trails in Kansas. Gunslinging parasites of the prairies attacked and tried to rustle the large herds being driven to the cattle market in Abilene. Now that Abilene has been linked to civilization by a railroad, cattle buyers can ship stock direct to Chicago. Everyone in town turned out to meet the first train to arrive and cheer Big Jim Grady, whose civic enterprise had helped put Abilene on the map.
Hey! Yesterday, Abilene was a village. Today, it's a town. Tomorrow, a metropolis. The greatest cattle buying country in the West. And now, folks, go on and enjoy yourself. And don't forget, if you're going to bet on the wrestling match tonight, I'm backing Biceps Billiken.
Quiet, everybody! Quiet! What are you waiting for? We can't start the match till Big Jim gets here with his man. Hey, Bob, how about a little entertainment?
Oh, after a while. Gentlemen, as I was saying, Burnette's Miracle Muscle Tonic is a monument to good health. A monument to good health. Not only that, it is absolutely unbeatable for corns, cramp, colics, chaps, teeter, and chilblains. Can I take a minute of your time to demonstrate this wonderful tonic? An iron horseshoe, gentlemen. Guaranteed iron horseshoe. Might just well be a hairpin. Who'll be the first to buy this wonderful tonic at only $1 a bottle?
This thing's about wore out. We're going to have to get a new one.
This guaranteed dynamic bottle of vim and vigor or your money back. Oh, here's it, gentlemen, $1.
Never mind that. Give us a little song before the bout, will you?
Oh, a little song? Sure. Little song, boys. Oh, Froggy went a-courtin' and he did ride. Froggy went a-courtin' and he did ride. Froggy went a-courtin' and he did ride with a sword and pistol by his side. Well, he rode right up to Miss Mousie's door. He rode up to Miss Mousie's door. He rode up to Miss Mousie's door. He hit it so hard he made it roar. He took Miss Mousie on his knee. He took Miss Mousie on his knee. Ooh, he-oh. He took Miss Mousie's on his knee and he said, Miss Mousie, won't you marry me? Oh, where shall the wedding supper be? Where shall the wedding supper be? Oh, where's
Biceps can't go on. He got in a fight with his wife and she cracked his skull with a stove poker.
We better get a substitute quick or we'll have a riot on our hands. Jim, there's our man. I saw him bend a horseshoe apart with his bare hands.
He what?
He bent a horseshoe apart with his bare hands.
Let's have a talk with him. Never mind that. Would you be interested in making $100 in a hurry?
100 real dollars in a hurry? What'd I have to do?
All you have to do is get into that corner.
Yes, sir.
Oh, here they come now there.
Gentlemen, I am very sorry to announce Biceps Billiken will be unable to appear. Gentlemen, but we have been very fortunate in securing a very able opponent, Muscles Burnette. Ow! You bet. And in the opposite corner, the pride of Abilene and the champion of the Southwest, Prairie Bonecrusher. Burnette guarantees to throw the crusher in one fall to a finish.
better win.
Pin both shoulders to the ground. I can't. He's round shoulder. Oh, he's killing me. Shoulders, remember?
Hey, that's one-sided. Don't you stop it.
I'd like to start it myself, but there's a lot of bets on Burnette. Now, if we could get a substitute, there's $100 in it.
Fix it for me to go in there?
Sure. Hey, Milt.
And so, gentlemen, in the interest of good, clean sport, Steve Haley has agreed to wrestle the Bone Crusher one fall to a finish. Ready? Turn.
Just a minute, friend. You forgot something. Your $100. You want it fair and square.
Well, I'm much obliged to you.
Care to hang around Abilene?
No, thanks. I'm heading south.
Well, good luck to you.
Can you imagine riding a whole week and not even seeing a town or a human being?
Or a square meal?
Can't be. It's a mirage.
First time I ever heard a mirage is shooting.
Not yet.
All right, everybody out. Which one of you is a cattle buyer from Austin? Don't pull anything.
Oh, just some salve for horse glanders.
Oh.
I'm the veterinary down in Bearcat.
All right, you pony up that 10,000. Hurry up or we'll take you with us.
It's in my money belt.
All right, get back in there. Get out of here. All right, boys, out of here.
Now, come on.
Well, it's all there.
Good.
$10,000.
Reach! Get the guns quick, boys. Give me that money.
Look, why don't you split with us? That's the honest thing to do.
What do we want to split with you for? We got it, ain't we? Stampede their horses.
I'm going to catch up with you one day.
Yeah. When you do, I'll sell you some muscle tonic. Come on, boys. You know, we ought to make plenty of money off of this reward when we turn this money in.
How much do you figure?
Well, I don't know, but I'd sure trade it for a good big meal right now.
Hey, look. Get a big fire going, Smiley. We're going to have a steak barbecue. Come on, fellas.
Come on.
Get your hands up. Mister, you've held up your last stage.
Well, naturally. Now, just a minute here. I didn't...
Of course you didn't. The money just dropped into your lap. You're coming back to Bearcat to stand trial.
Ain't no use spending the taxpayers' money.
Well, you can't convict me without a trial.
I'm all the law there is around here. Sheriff and justice of the peace. How do you plead, guilty or...
Not guilty.
Here's the money, Sheriff.
Well, that's adding perjury to robbery. Possession of this money convicts you. Let's find a tree.
Well, we better pick a big one. He looks pretty hefty.
Haven't you?
No, thanks. That'll make me awful sick tomorrow.
Get on your horse. Durango kid, come on!
Say, Smiley, how about making a pitch? Maybe we can raise enough money to get something to eat. I'm kind of hungry.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Not many people in town, though. Get your instruments, boys. I'm going to do a pitch. Hi, looky, come over here and see what I have for you. A bottle of Burnette's King of Pain will make you feel like new.
Oh, buy another bottle of King of Pain, buy another bottle or two. Corn, tonics, chilblains make you feel like new. Oh, buy another bottle of King of Pain, buy another bottle or two. Corn, tonics, chilblains make you feel like new.
Do you have spots before your eyes? Anemic, like as not. Try Burnette's Old King of Pain, and you'll see pokey dots.
Oh, buy another bottle of King of Pain, buy another bottle or two. Good for gal and rheumatiz, make you feel like new. Oh, buy another bottle of King of Pain, buy another bottle or two. Good for gal and rheumatiz, make you feel like new.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, don't go away, for the best is yet to come.
It sure is. Come down off of there.
Now, look, Sheriff. I didn't rob no stage, see?
I know, you just held up the bandits and you was going to turn the money over to the bank.
Oh, Sheriff. I got a hunch you might be looking for this.
How did you come by it? The Durango Kid had it last, and there ain't no Jasper alive who could take it away from him.
Nobody excepting Steve Haley. Old Steve is one of the roughest, toughest fire eaters in 10 counties. You remember that wrestler in Abilene? I seen old Steve polish off that bone crusher and just...
Take it easy, Smiley.
Look at that. Modest. That's just like Steve Haley.
That still don't clear you of the holdup. I caught you with the stolen money in the first place, and that's evidence of...
Sheriff! Sheriff! Big cattle right down in the basin.
All right, boys, here we go again. We'll hit the trail down to the basin.
Well, good old Steve. That's twice you've took me off the hook. I sure do owe you plenty.
Well, I reckon I owe you something too, Smiley. A little surprise for you. $50. Your share for that wrestling bout.
Woo-wee! Heaven's gift to a starving stomach. Come on, boys. We're gonna eat.
Mind if we leave estimates here?
I'll keep my eye on it.
Could I have a word with you, son?
Sure, go ahead.
My name is Grant. This is my daughter, Nora.
How do you do, miss?
I run a ranch 11 miles south of here. How'd you like to go to work for me? That is, if you're not too queasy about using your gun.
Using my gun?
That's about the only way an honest rancher can hold his own around here. And if you're half the fire eater that fella said you was, well, I'll pay...
I'm sorry, mister, but I don't hire my gun to anybody.
Not even against lawbreakers? You recovered the stolen money from the Durango Kid.
Well, that was
Yes?
just a tall tale, ma'am.
Good day. Get up.
That was kind of a tight corner in there with the sheriff.
Yeah, that lumphead. He's got a one-rope mind.
Yeah, kind of rope happy. I hate to see a fella get hung for something he didn't do. Although I can't say I blame you much if you had in mind to keep that money.
Well, you know how it is. Fella gets broke and hungry.
Yeah, I know. You, looking for work?
What kind of work?
Well, helping me here in the shop.
What do you make?
I'm a veterinary.
Oh.
But I must say that would be kind of a letdown to a fellow who can beat bandits at their own game.
Well,
I figured I might be able to throw an odd job or so towards your friends there.
think you could?
Yeah.
Well, in that case...
Ah, fine, son. You're now working for Doc Walker, the best animal vet in town. There are two ways of being the best animal vet in town. One is taking care of ailing animals.
What's the other?
Being the only vet in town.
He's smart, ain't he? We got a new boss, boys. Come on.
Sure is a coincidence. The Durango Kid popped up here just a little while ago and busted up a cattle raid.
The Durango Kid?
Yeah, then he disappeared down that way all of a sudden. Now you show up.
Well, that is a coincidence.
About that proposition I made you
My
yesterday.
answer's still the same, Mr. Grant.
I'm calling a meeting of the cattle ranchers tonight. Now, maybe if you dropped over and listened in, you might change your mind.
Well, it won't do any harm to listen.
That's all I want to know. See you at my home tonight.
Right.
I've got a reason for asking you to meet here in secret like this. It's because we've got to take steps to protect ourselves.
I'm fed up with the whole thing.
Trouble is, we ain't organized like the rustlers are. From now on, we've got to fight fire with fire. We've got to hire gunslingers, killers like Hawk Fisher or King Martin, maybe even the Durango Kid. And I'm hoping to interest Steve Haley here, if we can make it worth his while.
Now, wait just a minute, Pop. If you're asking us to associate ourselves with lawless gunmen...
Chet Tobin, you listen to me. It takes gunmen to fight gunmen.
I think Pop's right. It might be worth trying.
Yeah, I think so, too.
The fact is, I think somebody's been putting the pressure on us to drive us out of business.
Dad! So I'm offering you the management of this ranch, if you'll carry out the ideas my father had in mind.
I'm sorry, miss. I've got other plans.
You can name your own pay.
It's a generous offer. I can't accept it.
Any special reason?
Well, yes. I like to feel free to come and go. I might want to ride out of here any day now.
I see. So that was a tall tale after all. Your reputation as a fire eater sure had me fooled, Mr. Haley. Good night.
Night.
Covered. You go on down to the barn.
Just comes so natural to everyone else but me. I always get the sillies, I act nutty as I can be. I make the funniest faces and I sing the craziest songs.
He does the strangest, weirdest stuff.
I'll bet he won't live long.
Oh, goosely gumbo stellaro stew.
Now, what do you suppose that means?
Well, that's what I feel like saying. I'm crazy, I guess it seems. The love bug sure has bit me. My brain starts to unwind. Oh, stoozle-gee, golly wee, oh, guess I'm a-losing my mind. I can make the weirdest music on anything that I see. Now, that thing is a xylophone. It's plain as punch to me. Being in love is tragic. There's music in the air.
He's nutty as a fruitcake.
Woo, there's roses in my hair. Each thing I touch is music.
He's good on the touch, all right.
With a goosely gumbo stellaro stew.
Let's tie him up tonight.
Just being in love makes me do this. I feel like raising a row.
Oh, goosely gumbo stellaro stew.
He's got us.
Oh, doing it now. Hey, there comes the doc. Get to work.
Well, boys, all play and no work. You're gonna bankrupt me quick. Tex, you take the boys and get down to Grant Ranch. They're looking for some new hands.
Yes, sir. Come on, boy.
Son, I got some bad news for you.
Huh? What?
Yeah, the sheriff's looking for you. I wouldn't want him to find you here.
What am I gonna do?
Hello, Doc. Well, hello, Chet. Smiley, shake hands with Chet Tobin.
Hi, Chet.
How are you?
Smiley's kind of anxious to get out in the country for a spell instead of staying in town.
Why?
Oh, my health.
Not that his health is so bad. The boy's got a lot of fire in him. I thought you might be able to use an extra hand. You better get out of sight, son. I'll talk to Chet.
Hello there. I'm a new hand. Mr. Chet Tobin told me I could bunk here. My name is Smiley Burnette, but you can just call me Smiley.
Make yourself right at home, Smiley.
He said I was to look for a feller by the name of, Burke. He's the straw boss or something.
That's me. And I sure am glad to see you.
I expect I'd better go and unsaddle my horse.
All right. What did you do with that money you took from us? Start talking.
Yes, start talking. How am I going to start talking with guns to the north of me and guns to the south of me? We should sit down and talk this thing over.
All right, Smiley. Sit down. We'll talk it over.
here.
Backtracked, huh? The old rabbit trick. Well, this time we ain't gonna waste any more words on you.
What's going on down here?
This is the guy that took the money from us.
I know that. You men could learn a thing or two from Smiley. He's joining up with us.
And you can depend on me, too.
Every time a herd starts north, we raid them.
You raid him?
Sure. Keeps the cattle from getting to market.
What does Tobin do with all them cows he rustles?
Well, we got them hid. What's the matter?
Did I say something?
No, but you don't look so happy.
Oh, I was just thinking.
What about?
Nothing in particular, just thinking.
Well, don't think too hard. Liable to give you nightmares.
Nellie Bly has a voice just like a turtle does. You can hear it in the meadows and you hear it in the grove. Nellie Bly has a heart just warm as a cup of tea, bigger than a sweet potato down in Tennessee. Hi, Nellie, ho, Nellie, listen, love to me. I'll sing for you, play for you a dulcet melody. Hi, Nellie, ho, Nellie, listen, love to me. I'll sing for you, play for you a dulcet melody.
Evening, Miss Grant.
Tell you something.
I mind to give this part of the country back to the outlaws.
You can't lick this by running away.
If I could get a fair price for my ranch, I'd sell out right now. You keep it mum. Stay on the job at Tobin's.
Yeah.
We don't want to tip our hand yet. I think there's somebody big behind all this. You better get out of here now.
Here comes Big Jim now, folks.
Good evening, folks. Good evening. Waiting for you, Jim. Folks, I suppose you all know why I'm down here from Abilene.
We sure do, Jim.
I've worked hard to promote a railroad to haul cattle, but I'm not getting any cattle. Now, I happen to know there's a lot of beef down here in this section of the state, but what good is it to you folks if you can't get it to market?
Well, maybe you can tell us how to get them through the rustlers and the raids.
If you think it's so easy to get them up there, why don't you do it yourself?
Miss, that's exactly why I'm here. Folks, I'm going to buy the beef from you right here and take it to Abilene myself. Now, it's going to be just as tough on me getting that beef to Abilene as it was on you. And since I have to take all the risks, I think it's only fair that we establish a price that'll give me a decent break. And since I have to worry about the stampedes and the raids, I figure that $2 a head for your beef is just about right.
$2 a head?
I knew it was too good to be true.
Folks, please. After all, $2 a head is a fair price.
And what'll you make when you get them to Abilene?
Miss, I don't even know if I'm going to be able to get them through.
Folks, I think Big Jim is right. I know that $2 a head is not much money, but it's a lot better than being killed trying to get them through.
You can have mine for $2. I don't want them around no more.
I'll take the risks. And every time I lose a steer, I lose $2. You already have your money.
I've got 2,000 head you could have. And I've got 3,000. And I'll sell the fly next, too.
Good.
I got 2,500.
Listen, man, just a minute. Please, listen. Maybe Big Jim here is trying to help you. Or maybe he's trying to help himself. So why don't you folks ask yourselves, who's Jim Brady most interested in? You people or himself?
Folks, please.
Go on, Steve. We're listening.
Yeah, keep talking.
Well, maybe $2 a head is a lot of money in Big Jim's opinion. But I know $14 and $16 is a lot more. And that's what you might get for him in Abilene.
You all tried and failed.
That's because you've never worked together. Each one of you tried to get to the market first. Now, the only way you're going to make it to Abilene is to round up your cattle in one single herd. Make it a big cattle drive. Maybe someone will get through. Isn't $14, $16, or even $12 worth taking risk for?
Steve, you're going on that cattle drive. And this time I won't take no for an answer.
I think Haley's got his price same as anyone else. In fact, Doc, I've already asked him to come in and have a talk with you.
I wouldn't bargain with Haley. I'd just take a couple of men out there.
No. That's the worst thing you could do. After that meeting, all the ranchers in this section will look to Steve Haley to lead them. Now, if he got hurt, people begin to wonder why.
Doc's right.
Jim, you go back to Abilene. Chet, you throw 1,000 head of cattle into that drive.
Well, that's crazy, me joining the drive.
It'll be crazier if you don't.
Sounds sensible to... Oh, here comes Steve Haley now.
I'll talk to him alone.
Howdy, Doc.
Epidemic going around. I've got to mix up a lot of these pills.
Yeah?
Yeah. You, planning to stay in Bearcat?
That depends.
On what?
Well, this isn't exactly the kind of country a man comes to for his health.
Then why did you give the $10,000 back to the sheriff?
I sort of went against the grain, but I figured it was a good investment, Doc.
In what?
People's confidence in me.
You're mighty sharp. You going on that drive tomorrow?
Yep, I'm working for Nora Grant.
Nice looking girl.
Hadn't noticed, just a job to me.
Too bad you took that job. You could be working for Big Jim Grady.
Could I?
Yeah. Jim does things in a big way. Now, if that drive didn't go through, there might be lots in it for some people, including yourself.
That would mean splitting 4 ways, huh?
I don't know how you figure, but your arithmetic is good.
Now, the first thing I want you men to do when you hit that drive is to pump Haley full of lead.
I don't get it. I thought you said Haley was hired to make things easy for us.
Doc hired him all right, but Haley's driven a hard bargain. I don't know whether or not I can trust him. Where's Burnette?
Oh, he's out sparking this evening.
Out sparking?
I would learn to yodel. I'd go on a diet too. Stand on my head till my ears turned red if I thought I'd make a hit with you. I would climb a greasewood, ride a bronc like a buckaroo. Though I'm kinda out of practice, I would sit up on a cactus if I thought I'd gain a point with you. Nothing you could ask could faze me. I'd get it done somehow. Anything you'd like in the jiffy, I'd get it right here, right now. I would sing like a meadowlark to show I loved you true. If you want a little laugh, I'd bawl like a calf if I thought I'd make a hit with you.
I enjoyed that, Smiley. Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you. Gosh, ain't this the prettiest night ever you did see? I bet you there's 10 million stars. Let's you and me go count them.
I'm afraid you're going to have to count them alone tonight. I have to be up at break of dawn for the cattle drive. Good night.
Good night.
young your dog is, you're the finest bunch I've seen. But pretty soon you'll wind up down in Abilene.
Better turn and get some sleep, boys. We hit the lead herd at sunup tomorrow. And don't forget, whoever gets a clear shot of Steve Haley, let him have it. That'll break the heart of the drive.
Have you seen Steve around?
Not this morning.
You know, it's a funny thing, Nora, but nobody's seen hide nor hair of Steve Haley since sunup.
I kind of missed him myself. What do you make of it?
There's no telling.
You think he pulled out?
What else can I think?
The way I see it now, we got to raid him under cover of night.
Night? What's the big idea?
Take it easy. Keep him covered. No use getting hostile, boys. We're all working for Tobin.
I know we are. I don't know about you.
Well, now, since you put it that way, I have got a private reason for not wanting to.
What reason?
Money.
Money?
Yeah. Ever stop to figure what you're making out of this?
$50 a month.
$50 a month for rustling. Somebody's making big money out of the cattle you raid, and you take all the risk.
What are you getting at?
The profits, the lion's share. Look, if we rustle those cattle, there's a couple of $1,000s for every man here. Anybody interested?
Hey, I think he's got something.
It's opportunity knocking at the door with a pile driver.
Sounds good to me.
All right.
How about you, Bert?
Yeah, I'd be interested in a couple of $1,000.
Good, then we all agree.
Hey, what about
Yeah.
the Durango kid? Seems to me like he aims to break up a raid every time we start one.
Ah, Steve can take care of him. He's done it before, he can do it again.
Maybe you're right.
Okay. From now on, we take orders from Steve.
That's all right.
How do you figure we're going to work this?
That's the way I've got it figured, boys.
You said we'd hit him when they crossed Red River. That was a couple days ago.
Why don't we move in on them, break up that drive? Or maybe you got another private reason for not wanting to.
I have. We don't bother that herd at all. They're going straight through to Abilene.
What for?
I'm working on that. All right, let's move.
Well, maybe so, but I still don't get it.
I'm going into Abilene and round up some cattle buyers. Have them come out here and look the herd over. Now, get them to bring their cash with them.
And we take the money.
Hey, that's pretty slick.
I ought to be back before dark, boys.
Hey, where do you think you're going?
Well, I'm going to go along with Steve.
Oh, no, you're not. You're staying right here. And Steve better get back before dark, or it'll be just too bad for you.
I can't figure it. Don't know what happened. Those raids never came off.
You mean the cattle got through?
Yeah, we got them bedded outside of town about 6 miles. A place called Clover Cove.
Clover Cove, are you sure?
Yeah, you better get down there right away before word gets around.
Good idea. I'll get down there and take option on that beef and eliminate competition.
Well, it won't look good if I ride back with you. Give me about a 5-minute start.
Sure, go ahead. It's a good thing I've got $20,000 in cash in my safe.
I'll be seeing you. So long. You men cattle buyers? I used to be when there was any cattle to be bought. Ain't seen so much as a heifer come through since the outlaws took over the range. Well, I got a big herd just up in Bearcat. Boys are throwing them off the trail 10 miles out of town. Fresh Valley. Maybe we'd better go meet them. You say Fresh Valley? Right. First come, first serve. How many head you got? All you want to buy, mister. $15 a head. Fair enough. Come on.
Doc, I didn't expect to see you.
I read ahead of the herd. How'd things go? You hear anything yet?
The whole thing's been a bust, no raids. Look, Doc, I got to get down to Clover Cove. Come on along.
Sure he said Clover Cove?
Positive.
Reach! Keep them high. Get off your horses and don't use your hands. Get over here.
Durango Kid, huh?
Now then, where's that money?
What money?
I haven't got time to argue. Where is it? $20,000.
It's in the saddlebag. I never thought you'd go in for a highway robbery.
This is just a payoff.
Payoff for what?
For those cattle raids you're tied in with down in Bearcat.
Well, why don't you say something?
Figured we'd better save our breath. We got a 6-mile hike ahead of us.
Wait a minute. How did the Durango Kid know I had that money on me?
I was wondering when you're going to ask yourself that question. How did he know you were coming to Clover Cove? Did you see any cattle bedding back there?
No, but I'm beginning to see something else.
Yeah, so am I. Look. We're in luck.
Here comes Steve now.
No, it ain't. It's Tobin.
Let me handle this.
What's been keeping you men? Why haven't the raid started according to plan?
Plan's been changed.
Changed? Who changed them?
All I know is you sent Steve Haley here to call off the raid.
I did? Oh, I get it. Where is Haley?
Search me.
I don't know what Haley's been telling you men, but whatever it is, let me tell you something. He's pulled a fast one and double-crossed us all.
What do you mean?
Well, don't you get it? He outfoxed us so the herd could get through. There goes Smiley. Go get him.
saw that young fella, what's his name?
What are you talking about?
Why, the young fella that threw the bone crush in that wrestling match. Steve something or other.
Not Steve Haley.
Yeah, that's him.
Where is he? Where'd you see him?
Down from the saddle shop. He's having a bridle fixed.
Well, that's just great.
And I heard tell he just deposited $20,000 in the cattleman's exchange.
Well, that's fine. Thanks a lot. I'll be seeing you. You stay here, Doc. This is my personal party.
You're going up against a man that's lightning on the draw.
Yeah, well, maybe you better follow along after me and keep me covered, just in case.
Hiya, Doc. Say, what's up?
Big Jim's down the street after Steve Haley.
Steve Haley? Well, let's get down there.
It's got to look like a personal feud between them. I'm covering Jim in case he's outdrawn. There's a whale of a lot of money in the Cattlemen's Association, and there'll be a lot of noise when Steve and Jim start blasting. That'll be our chance. I'll spot your men around to cover us from all sides, and then join me over there.
All right, boys, get out and spread out.
Don't let him get away. I'm gonna cut down the alley and come up behind him. Hello, Steve. I wouldn't do that yet. Didn't expect to see me so soon, did you? So you're the great Durango kid.
That's a funny notion.
I never shot a man in cold blood. Always give him a fighting chance. Go on. Draw.
You better get to Marshall. Say, how come you didn't?
Just one less to share the money with.
What's all the shooting?
Doggone my skins. I wouldn't believe it if I hadn't have seen it with my own eyes. Mister, you've just killed Abilene's leading citizen.
You'll have to stand trial for this.
Somebody grab them! They robbed the exchange!
on your horse.
How'd you got everything straightened out, Steve?
Well, I've got to ride out of here, boys, if I want to get to where I'm going.
What's your hurry?
Well, if
I guess that wasn't such a tall tale after all. We owe you a lot, Steve.
You don't owe me anything. The Durango Kid you owe.
Well, I imagine you and the Durango Kid are pretty close friends.
Well, we're not enemies.
You sure you won't reconsider that offer?
You remember I told you I might want to light out of here someday? Well, this is it, Nora. Goodbye and good luck.
Goodbye, Steve, and thanks.
I'll be seeing you, Smiley.
Goodbye.
Hey! Somebody grab him.
Oh, get out of the way. Now, look, Sheriff, cross my heart. I didn't rob that stage.
I know. I've been trying to catch up with you for days to tell you that.
You mean I'm not under arrest?
That cattle buyer who was robbed turned in a description of the bandit leader. And it certainly wasn't no soft, flabby, flat-footed, measly muscle jasper like you.
You're talking about me. You say that once more and I'll bust you in the nose.
Well, consider it said.
Well, consider your nose busted. That's telling, ain't it? Take it easy, folks.